We all think he's a monster.
Yeah. And I saw what he could do.
But highly skilled.
Man, Yao Ming destroyed.
Who now would be able to guard Shaq and Yao? Nobody.
Steal stolen. Then Yao a little behind the back.
No contributions critical. What a pass! Yao Ming baseline got him. Oh! Yao Ming working on Wallace again. Takes it inside. Oh baby! He slams it over Big Ben.
That's what you call attitude.
Imagine Yao Ming in today's NBA. He will be a cheat code, a 7'6" center with a smooth jumper, elite footwork, high IQ, and soft touch around the rim. That's not just rare, it's unfair. Back in the 2000s, Yao was already giving prime Shaq and other physical bigs buckets on a nightly basis. He averaged 20 and 10 like it was nothing. And again, that was in an era filled with physical, hard-nosed big men. Now, he'll be facing smaller, faster centers who wouldn't be able to handle his size or skill. He will dominate inside, knock down mid-range shots, and force teams to double, opening up shooters all game long. And defensively, Yao held his own. He wasn't the fastest, but his size, timing, and awareness made him a reliable rim protector. He averaged over 2 blocks per game, and in today's defensive systems, he will lock down the paint like Rudy Gobert or Brook Lopez do today, but bring a whole different level of offensive firepower. What really holds weight is considering how much better his career could have been with today's training, medical staff, and load management. Back then, he was overworked, playing non-stop for both the NBA and Chinese national teams. In 2025, he will be playing fewer minutes, getting more rest, and staying healthier for longer. Picture Yao playing next to someone like Luka or Steph, running pick and rolls, hitting open jumpers, or punishing switches in the post. He will be an all-NBA lock, an MVP candidate, and a matchup nightmare every night. Yao wasn't just good. He was built for the modern game before it even existed. So I'm going to show you a collection of NBA legends and players explaining how good Yao Ming was. Enjoy the video, man.
But Yao around the league, in terms of what other players say about him, we all think he's a monster.
I remember the first time I saw him and I thought to myself, there's not many people that make me feel small. I was amazed at his size and, certainly his ability. He was a skilled big man.
Oh, yowza, yowza, yowza! Oh, Yao Ming!
He was a monster to play against. We had great battles together. Was glad that I was able to play against the great Yao Ming.
Yao Ming's got it, turns, it, stuffs it over the
Give him that one.
And on Shaq.
When you think about all the great players that came over to play and establish themselves in the NBA, he's one of the best.
3 seconds left.
I mean, the minute I got traded there, I had a conversation with Jeff Van Gundy. So mind you, I'm just coming off of NBA scoring title 2 years in a row. So I get to Houston, and the first thing he tell me, he was like, "You're not gonna lead the league in scoring."
Damn. How talented was Yao? Because he had a quick career. You got a chance to play with him for a good chunk of it. For his size, how skilled was he?
Bro, he was extremely skilled. Like I said, left hand, right hand. I felt sorry for him at times because Thibodeau had Yao working so damn hard before every game, man. I'm like, bro, he gonna wear down. Like, he was killing Yao before the game. He was putting in that work. But highly skilled. I'm talking about can dribble the ball, can make the right passes, not just, making a pass anyway, passing on target for you to get in your shot. He sees the floor well, left hand, right hand. He shot 80+% from the damn foul line. He had it, bro. He was highly skilled. One of the probably most skilled big men that, I can remember.
For me, Yao was an advantage. I mean, you playing with Yao was a giant. You know what I'm saying? Like
Literally.
You be with guys 6'10", 6'7" foot. You take it for granted. And then when Yao walk in the room 7'6", you're like, oh, that's tall.
Right.
People come to me like, man, you're tall, B. I'm like, bro, I'm only 6'6". And when you see somebody 7'6", is a whole nother level.
Right.
And I mean, it was awesome playing with Yao. Like, you just got to experience what he experienced. And basketball was one thing for us, but just to kind of see culturally how somebody comes over here, adapts, and then becomes a superstar.
Yeah, playing against him, it was definitely hard. Because you're talking about a guy, as Bonley said, 7'5", 7'6", weighing at least 330 pounds.
Oh,
and here I am. I'm 6'11", and I'm thinking that I'm heavy, weighing about 265, 270. So, and here it is,
He got you by 60 pounds.
Oh man,
but heavy too.
The thing about it with him, as as that defender playing against him, one thing I always tried to do was get him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like just start fighting him before he gets to the block. You know, all right, I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start wrestling and all this shit. Yeah, at the top of the key with a free throw line, because I know I'm at the disadvantage the closer you are to the basket, no matter if I got the double coming or not. You know what I'm saying? And no, he was at first when I didn't hear of him before he came into the NBA. You know, I didn't know who he was or anything like that, or have any type of experience of his international play. When he got here and his first few games, just watching him, and then I was like, all right, let me watch him against Shaq. Let me see, like, what does he do against Shaq and, you know, other centers at that time. It's like, all right, he got some good moves. You know, he coming with the left shoulder, right shoulder jump hooks. He coming with the left shoulder turn around. He put it on the floor, 2 or 3 dribbles. He can, and even though he didn't have to, but at 7'5", he trying to give you an up and under. I'm like, all right, he got a good skill set with him. So that's what made me say, like, all right, look at him more in depth.
Like the best player you ever played with in your career?
It's between Kobe and Yao Ming.
Damn, Yao Ming?
Yeah, it's between Kobe and Yao because, you know, Yao's career was ended short. He broke his foot.
Yeah.
That's the year we was on the team together.
Yeah.
Different, but Yao was, it was unique because he was such a star. And I thought I was going to see something different, like maybe Yao have the big boy Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? Like maybe security and all this other stuff, and maybe don't practice. Total opposite. Humble. Coach Rick Allen would have to tell him stop running, because we would do these running drills after practice. And Yao would do every drill. Yao didn't sit out no drills. But that's not typical. You can ask anybody right now on teams when it's time to do suicides. People that's smaller than Yao. Yao ran every single suicide when he didn't have to, when he should not have been running.
Because he might have had a longer career.
And we needed him, we need his energy. But Yao's like, nah, if the bench player is gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. That's Yao Ming.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We actually, you know, we beat the Lakers game 1 by 20.
For sure.
And then we was playing, you know, we went to game 7. Yao was out 4 of those games.
Right.
T-Mac hurt his back. T-Mac didn't even play.
T-Mac was nice too, yeah.
He didn't even play. But, you know, Kobe was definitely different. But the reason Yao was so incredible because he was just big and dominant, and he had skill. You couldn't stop him.
No one can stop him.
You couldn't stop him. You know what I mean? It was really, he put people in the blender, and he could hit game-winning shots.
Yeah,
he could hit game-winning hook shots.
Free throws. He had decent free throws.
Decent free throw. He had a handle, you know, underrated handle. If you notice the highlights, you'll see how strong Yao is. And then look throughout their career. You'll see, and Shaq respect Yao.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yao's Shaq strong.
Remember you blocked my first 3 shots?
Shaquille takes it inside and
yeah, that's a couple of my highlights in my career.
Shaquille O'Neal took it in, lost it again.
You blocked my first 3 shots. I said, damn, what do I do now? Something else. But Yao Ming was a great player. You know, he's one of the greatest players ever to come out of China, and I wish him and his family well.
Shaq, Steve Smith here. You know, a lot of people didn't get a chance to see him at his full potential. You played against him. What made Yao Ming such a special player at that center spot?
What made him a special player was one time he had me on the post, and he turned around and shoot a fadeaway, and I jumped as high as I could, and he still had about 3 feet left. I was like, dang, this dude is tall.
Anybody in the Houston area or in Texas is here tonight to see this battle. It's the first matchup ever between Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal.
What do you remember when you're first stepping in the circle with Yao Ming the first time you two played each other?
Knew nothing about him. Knew he was 7'5", 7'8", so, you know, we got to Houston and Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao, I'm like, okay, they trying to do like Rocky IV, Apollo Creed, all this and that. They want to give him the fanfare, so I said, okay. So, you know, I wanted to give him a little finesse. You know, I wanted to show him I was smooth, so I get on the post, and I go right there, he blocks it. Crowd go crazy. Well, you got that one. You 7'8", you're supposed to block it. Get another move, he blocks it. 3rd time he blocks it. Now I'm mad. Now I got to go in the playoff mode. Now I got to turn the power. He tested me because he was 7'8", and he was hard to move. He couldn't stop me, but guess what? I couldn't stop him either. I put him in the category of a king. Like, hey, King, you can't stop me, but I know I can't stop that fadeaway. And he was the only guy that would catch it in the post and look at me. He just looked like y'all just look at me, and then I'd come and try to block, and he just shoot right over me. I'd be like, damn. But the funny thing, the first couple times, China, language barrier, I never knew he spoke English. So one day I hit him with a nice bing bing on the baseline. Ha ha! Shot the boom. He's like, nice move, brother. And I was like, you talk English? He's like, yeah, I talk English. I was like, why you didn't tell me? He said, Shaq, you never talked to me. I was like, man. So after that moment, like, we, really, really became close. First impression of Yao was, who the is this? Because he came in and I tried to hit him with a smooth finger roll move, blocked. Next play down, I tried to hit him with a fadeaway, blocked. Next time I tried to come up, dunk, blocked. First guy that blocked my shot 3 times in a row. So he's definitely the first guy I had to like change how I played against him. And he's also the first guy to get it, turn around, look me right in the face, and just shoot right over me. So that's what I first thought of when I first thought of Yao.
Who now would be able to guard Shaq and Yao?
Nobody.
Nobody. Right. You know what I mean?
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what was your favorite Yao Ming story. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and until next time.